Hello boys and girls, Ronela here back with another video. I make 90s classic trance with hardware. Today I'm going to show you how I arrange a 16 bar loop into something that could actually become a track. So no gimmicks, this is just how I work, and hopefully you'll find a few tips or at least feel a little less stuck. So here we go. There you have it. This is the loop. Now I will just drag everything to the start. There's a kick, XP50 I currently don't use. That was for another song. There are some loops that I made myself. There's a drum break, some vocals, and some Nord lead. Basically this track is mainly made on the Nord lead. And there's some JP8080. So I'm gonna drag the loop to the beginning of the arrangement. And from there I'm just gonna start copying everything out until I reach around the 97 mark, which is where I'm probably gonna put the first break, or 89, something like that. It's not fixed. Usually I don't do it like this. I've actually created another system which I will be exploring in another video. But basically, once you understand trance arrangements as a whole, it makes it a lot easier to arrange. And I would actually say that about any genre. If you don't understand the genre you're in, then arranging becomes really hard. And you might even start to fear it. Everybody knows when you're looping 8 or 16 bars forever and you can't get yourself to arrange. And you gotta ask yourself why that is. I was having almost anxiety when it came to arrangements. And I've been putting it off for years, I would just make loops and arrange it, but nothing serious. Like I would never finish the songs. And now after I really started digging deep and, understanding the fear behind it and understanding how can I solve this problem, that's when everything started becoming much easier for me. And now I no longer fear arranging. I kind of think it's fun. And hopefully once I solidify the system, I will make a course, I think. And this will most likely help you guys as well. So there's that. And right now I'm just putting some markers. And again, those are approximate, like intro, verse 1 with a theme, which means this is where I'm going to introduce the theme. And then I'm going to add a break, as I said, around this mark here, 97 or so. And I might even add a gap. And a gap is a very underrated way of bridging the gap between the first build-up and the first breakdown. So it's a transition, basically. So right now I'm just gonna record some parts in that they're still playing in the clip section, and I want to add them to the arrangement. Actually also need to add like a low sub bass at some point, but for now I will do that much later, it seems. Right now I just want to focus on the main elements. So as you can see maybe or hear, I still don't have 100% clear direction in terms of theme and lead, but for now this is what I have, and that's what I'm gonna work with. Otherwise I would just be stuck in a loop forever, so you can always change the parts later on if you don't like them, you know. So right now the effects are also part of the loop. I haven't arranged those yet, but if you like those effects, I will most likely make them available for free as a free download, and I will leave the link below, and then you can grab them, and they're all made by me, so nobody else has these effects. And if you have any questions about how I made these parts, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll reply as soon as possible. I can tell you they were made with very few instruments. Currently it's the Nord Rack 2 and my JP8080 going through my mixer and into some effects. Everything is hardware. There's no software here, really. So even now you're hearing stuff that's been tracked live, basically, while I record this video. It couldn't be more true to the sound than this. Right now I'm also tweaking one of the sounds on the Nord Rack. And I'm just basically testing ideas out. It's not something that I've automated yet. And what I usually do is I record it on the fly. I don't do that now, but if I feel like it's time to bounce down the parts, then I will record the automation live, and that gives it a really organic and authentic sound. Everything I do is trying to be as little as possible in the box, like with automation and fiddling around with automation for hours and stuff. I don't think that's the way you should do it. Not if you want to have the old school classic sound. Then everything you can do on the fly, do that as much as possible. And just to clarify, what I mean is that I'm recording the MIDI directly to audio with the filter tweaks and everything on the fly. So I can't recall it later if I want. I have to re-record it if I make a mistake. The thing is, when you do that with a lot of instruments, everything sort of gels together in a really organic way. And you can of course do this with plugins as well. just commit to tape, as I call it. So I really recommend you try it. So I'm just gonna add the chord change in the bass. This will give you an idea of how it's going to sound. And on top of this, I will most likely add another theme as well, together with some pads to build something epic in the breakdown, carrying it over into a chorus. And once I've got that down, I need to finalize the arrangement. So there you have it. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. That's it. See you later. Trance Gator.